So for all the Nugget fans out there, we have Nugget back. For this one. There we go. Got it. All right.
A little heavier than the last time.
Oh my God, I don't know. And can anybody sing the song? I just made a new online course called How to Massage Your Own Dog. So for all the Nugget fans out there, we have Nugget back. If you haven't seen any of Nugget's journey, you have to see it. It's a whole playlist called Nugget's Journey. And just to give you a little recap, when Nugget was 5 weeks old, really bad situation.
Yeah.
Someone who was a meth addict or a drug addict had Nugget as their pet and stomped on his head. When Nugget was only 5 weeks old, like this big.
She was so tiny. She could like fit in your hand. Yeah. She was so small.
So traumatic brain injury.
Yep.
Which is permanent. Broke left jaw.
Yep.
Blinded left eye.
Yep. And
brain damage.
Yep. Yep.
And so, also pelvis was off too.
Yeah,
remember?
her pelvis was off, but that I didn't know
the whole
before
jaw.
the adjustment. Yeah. And then when I got her, all she could really do was like roll. I had to thicken her water, if you remember that.
Yeah.
I had to...
Because she was going to choke.
Yeah, I had to hold her. Okay. I had to hold her to eat, right? Because we had to make sure she wasn't aspirating on her food. And at 5 weeks, that's when you started working on her.
Yeah.
5 weeks ago.
And then,
5 weeks.
And then we started doing some good stuff, you know. We didn't cure the brain damage, but we did get a lot of changes, right?
Yeah, we did get a lot of changes. She stopped, like, we saw less vomiting.
Yeah.
We saw less seizure activity. It's been minutes since she's been adjusted. She's 2 now. Yeah. We probably haven't adjusted her for, I don't know how many months, maybe like 4 or 5 months, maybe?
Yeah, maybe even longer.
Maybe even longer.
Yeah.
So she's definitely overdue, and I've been noticing that certain things have been creeping back up. So we're
like
seeing
what?
So we're seeing some vomiting again. So we're gonna need to bring out the Doug Tug, definitely.
Right, we do this little reflex point up here. And it's been effective, right? Remember, like it was kind of funny, but it worked. Yeah,
so she was on medication initially. After we were doing some adjustments with the Dog Tug, we actually took her off medication. So we've been noticing a little bit of vomiting, like random vomiting, and her seizure activity is up. So in the middle of the night, especially, we'll kind of hear her circling her pen, and usually that signifies, you know, a seizure.
Yeah.
But she's not on any medication or anything for that. We just kind of ride it out, and she's safe in her pen when it's happening. Okay. So,
and she has a good life, right?
She does. She does.
She loves her family, and she loves her other dogs.
Yep.
And she's so muscular.
Oh, she's more muscular, I think, than she's ever been.
Like, you got this physique. It's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, she does everything like a regular dog. Like, you know, back in the day, people were saying, like, oh, why aren't you euthanizing her? It's cruel, you know, and things like that. And, you know, she, despite her difficulty, she really does live a happy life.
Yeah.
You know, she goes outside, she runs in the yard, she potties outside,
right.
She chews her bone, she plays with the other dogs.
So why don't we do this? We're going to give Nugget a tune-up today.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll also put her outside in the backyard and watch her, you know, prance around. And you could just see how athletic she is. And, you know, she spins because she's got brain damage. But you also see how happy she is. She like frolics.
Yeah, what she's actually been doing now is she goes along our fence line. So she kind of uses that as... Yeah, she bounces it a little bit, but she does like use that as her guide. So she'll run the whole yard, hence all the muscle.
Yeah, she's got this muscular physique.
Yep.
And does she ever do like any cuddling time with you, or not too much?
You know what? She is a hyper dog. She's definitely like high energy. So when she, you know, if I let her loose, like she's kind of running wild. But every so often she will settle down and like sit with us on the couch and stuff like that. But it also, she feeds off the energy of the other dogs. So it also depends what they're doing. So
how many videos do you think we've done? Like
I think like 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
People know if they've counted Put it in the comments.
One of
below.
them she was actually in a wheelchair for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen her. You got to go back and look at some of the early stuff with her.
Yeah.
Let me hold her up if I can and do
Okay.
the Lion King pose.
She's a little heavier than the last time.
Oh my God! I don't know if I'm strong enough. And can anybody sing the song? All right. What do you think of that? Do you remember when we used to do the Lion King pose? Oh, you're so strong. So strong. All right. Let's get you here. All right. Hi. How you been? Can I work with you today? Can we just do a little bit of nugget time? What if I do a little bit of a little adjustment on you today? Okay. Do you remember me? It's been a while. We had a good beginning together, didn't we? All right. Let me just see if I can get you to relax. Remember me? I'm gonna get that atlas back in because the atlas has a lot to do with seizures. Or put it this way, a good atlas adjustment can help focal seizures. Mm-hmm. So I might come in and get that when you give me a chance. Try not to headbutt me with that skull of yours. So I'm up here on the right atlas, and that's a little tender because I think it's been out for a while. Let me see if I can get that. All right.
Let me know if you need me to hold her.
No, I'm going to be able to get it. I'm just going to give you a second. I'm going to go in and get it. And I'm going to get that right atlas. I'm on it now. You feel that, Nugget? What I'll do is I'm going to do sustained hold on it. And then I'll adjust it. But right now I'm tugging on the atlas. There's a right superior transverse process. And you can just see her breathing change. So my finger is right in there between the atlas and the occiput on the right side, the wing of the right atlas, the right side of the atlas, transverse process. That's it, baby. All right. Okay. Let's reset.
You?
No, I can't.
No, you're good? Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do it now. 1 second. That's okay, I got it. Got it. All right.
Got it like a fish.
All right.
Dr. Doug's most difficult patient.
How was that? Did you like that? Now we breathe. Can you take a breath in? So just say your atlas. That's what that was about. Okay? How'd that feel? Okay. That's all. Good dog. You know that? I'm going to reach under and get that kind of hiatal hernia reflex. Just got headbutt in the nose. But let's do your reflex now. Okay, there I am. So I'm right on your... So if you know the xiphoid process at the base of the sternum, and then the V of the rib cage where it comes in, where it gets soft, I'm right under the V of the rib cage. Below the xiphoid process, slightly left of center, and my finger is pushing into that kind of, what is it, your little reflex in there. And I'm going to tug it down and let that relax, and that's going to help some of your vomiting. like it's done before, right? I'm holding it. I don't know if you can see where my finger is, everybody. Right in there. Okay. I know these nugget videos take time, so if you're watching, you can go get a bite to eat and come back. Okay. So I'm holding that reflex until it releases. So I feel it soften already. So it felt like a real muscle spasm. And I'll show you where I was in a minute. Or where I am. My finger's right in there. I'm up to almost my second knuckle now, so I'm really digging my finger in there. And some people call it a hiatal hernia reflex. And I guess that's how I learned it years ago. I learned how to work. If I have a human patient with a hiatal hernia, I can dig my finger in there and kind of tug it down. And I'm pulling it down in a superior to inferior line of drive, so I'm pulling that reflex down. And you see, she's let me work with her. She's relaxing into it. This is relax or nugget, right?
Yeah, this is relaxed. I feel like she always does this though with an adjustment. She comes out like kind of crazy, and then as soon as you start working on her, she settles down.
Kind of crazy.
It's probably an understatement.
On a scale of 0 to crazy, you're crazy. Okay, you're doing good though. I'm almost done. All right, now I'm going to just pull it, okay? 1, 2, 3. Going to make you feel better, help your digestion. All right. Do you need more time, or what are you thinking about?
Her whole breathing changed.
You had such a spasm under there, no wonder. All right. Nugget doesn't like to be rushed. This is our time. She's like, I waited close to a year for this treatment. I'm going to milk it. You see the change though? It's kind of cool. Remember you were flopping around like a salmon? Like a floppy fish? What are you thinking about, Nugget? All right. How's your little jaw doing?
That might be out because I've been noticing her tongue's getting caught on the left side a little.
Yeah, her tongue. Okay. 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 That's tender, right? All right. All right. So I'm going to get that left jaw, okay? You got it. It's stuck a little bit, so we're going to have to release it. All right, what do you think of that? So I'm going to get on that left TMJ. I'll try to get it done quick. You smell pretty good. All right, turn this way. All right. That's a shake.
That's a shake.
It's another shake. It's a shake and a flip.
Ooh, she threw up.
It's a shake and a flip.
Ooh, she threw up.
Here's my sternum. The top part of the sternum is called the manubrium. Then the sternum. Then the xiphoid process. Here's my ribs here. And I'm coming right under here in the soft spot, just below the V of the ribs. And I found that reflex. I don't have one, but I pushed in really deep on Nugget and held it for a long time. And then I pulled down and towards the midline. And at the very end, I pulled. And we just saw some like projectile vomit, but I think you'll start to see it normalize now, over the next couple days, okay?
Okay.
Now we're gonna go out back and do see Nugget move around and exercise. We're gonna have Nugget come back out. Hey, come on! Hey, Nugget!
Hi, Dr. Doug.
Let's see what Nugget's gonna do. Release the hound.
I will. Here we go. Go ahead, Mommy.
Come on.
Come on, Nugs.
She gonna go around?
She looks a little off kilter to me right now, actually.
Let me see how much her shoulder. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Nugs. Nuggie. Nuggie, come to Mama. Come in.
All right, we're gonna do a little bit more with Nugget. I want to check the legs too. So this front right, front left, I mean. All right. So I'm gonna get on top of this one. There we go.
Little pop.
Yeah, you heard that little.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this side. Okay. All right. No, this one's not right. It's the front left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, let's pull these legs straight. Oh, by the way, this is the reflex right there. Don't want to get you to vomit on us. Look like a little frog. Okay. Even your abs are ripped. Got like ripped abs. Oh, let's bend these. Let's bend this one up. There we go. A little tight though. All right. That's good. All right. All right. Smell those. All right. Little stretch. Okay. I have a tapping instrument here. I'm just going to come into the hip flexor and set this down a little bit because you're both sides. We're going to do a little bit more into the reflux. There you go. So getting the hip rotation. There we go. There's another one. All right. There we go. All right, got those. Let's look at your lumbars and pelvis, okay? Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I think I got those. Let me come down the back. There's one here. Got that one. All right, let me hold her for a second.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about everything. All right? Okay, so listen, we did some good stuff today. All right, I got both shoulders, both legs. I got your atlas, that's what made you calm down a little bit in the beginning. I got into your little esophageal reflex point to help your vomiting, and guess what happened? You vomited even more. You're probably thinking that I'm brilliant if I can make you vomit even more. But you'll see what happens, okay? And what else? That's it. We're just connecting a little bit. Okay? All right, so we're done. Everybody leave Nugget a nice comment. Nugget's a great dog, happy dog, right? Love you.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Nugget and we just wanted to give you a quick update on how she's been doing since her last adjustment. I'm happy to report that she has had only one instance of vomiting since the dog tug, and I'm even happier to report that she has been seizure free. So as you can see, she really is doing absolutely fabulous. A little heavier than the last time.
Oh my God, I don't know if I'm strong enough. And can anybody sing the song? All right, what do you think of that? Do you remember when we used to do the Lion King pose?